Meridian and Jackson. What are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. I get very horny very easy.
Usually, when you think of a cop destroying his career, a female officer is not what comes to mind first. But don't be tricked. They also can make big mistakes that would definitely surprise anyone. Here are 11 of the most unbelievable moments when female cops realize they destroyed their careers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so really.
23.
Michael Jordan? Hi. So I got too fast for, let me write this down.
Too fast for conditions.
Starting with Officer Courtney Brown and Officer Christy Wilson, who on April 7th, 2018, pulled over Sarah Webb for allegedly speeding in her black Mercury Sable on her way to work in Roswell, Georgia. As soon as Sarah came to a stop, Officer Brown wasted no time confronting her.
Stay in the car.
Sorry, my window doesn't hold.
Off to Brown Roswell Police Department. You know how fast you were just going, ma'am?
I'm so sorry, I'm late for work.
So you could go over 80 miles per hour on 92? No, ma'am. You have your driver's license and your insurance card?
Yeah, my insurance.
Turn off the car and pass me the keys, please. The ground's wet. It's been raining. You're going over 80 miles an hour
so
on
sorry.
this type of a road. That's reckless driving, ma'am.
This is LexisNexis. I'm trying to look it up. I don't have it printed off.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you.
Shockingly, Officer Brown admits to not having any speed detecting device that would tell her if Sarah was actually speeding, leading her to consult fellow Officer Wilson on what she should do.
Make me skid around in
I'm gonna take her probably for reckless.
Okay.
She flew past me going probably 80, 85 on 92 in the wet road. She said she's running late for work. I had to get up to 90 to catch her. What do you think? I mean, I don't have any speed detection, so...
No, but you can use the fact that you were going whatever speed and she went past you.
Mm-hmm.
It's on camera, so you're going to have a back speed. You're going to have the fact that you went 90 to catch up to her. You're going to have too fast for conditions. And
Yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable. I told her, I said, you know the roads are wet, correct? You're running late for work and you're going above 80
right.
to get to work. I said, call. So do not do that and put people's lives in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So, my CAD just froze on me, so I'm restarting it right now. What do you think? Or just tickets?
Later, she discovered that she could not perform a check of the license. However, as the officers discussed what Sarah's punishment would be, they decided to do something you would never expect.
Who's that?
A head, R tail.
Okay. Yeah, so really.
23.
Michael Jordan? Hi. So I got too fast for, let me write this down.
Off camera, Officer Wilson shockingly uses a coin toss app, designating A for heads and R for tails. But despite the app landing on tails, suggesting Sarah's release, Wilson, perhaps forgetting or not caring, calls for her arrest using the code 23.
Do me a favor, step out of the vehicle for me. Put the phone down.
Why am I
Put your
doing
phone
this?
down. Step out of the vehicle. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Because, ma'am, you're driving entirely too fast for conditions. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy, okay? Where does he live?
Jail for reckless driving or speeding. He had to be doubling his speed limit. Arrested for it.
Okay, have a good day, sir.
There's no reason that I should be doing this.
Okay.
Later, Sarah was charged with going too fast for conditions and reckless driving, but the charges against her were later dropped, and as you would expect, the officers were put on administrative leave for their unprofessional behavior and were eventually fired after an internal investigation was done. But if you think this is the height of misconduct, as you'll soon see in this next case.
Would you object to doing any standardized field sobriety tests?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
You know that'd be a refusal, right?
Yes.
This is 29-year-old Amanda Myers, who on February 5th, 2020, was pulled over after backing into another vehicle outside of a bar on Ridge Street. The Parma police later responded to a report about a fender bender in the parking lot behind the bar, and that's when they encountered an intoxicated Amanda.
I'm a cop too, but I work side job and I work at the bar. Okay. And I was getting ready to leave, and this guy's like pulls in while I'm about to back out. And his front passenger light gets shattered because he pulls into me as I'm backing out. And he's going to be like, oh, well, she backed into me. Well, no, he pulled in. And I'm not trying to have my insurance because I know how that goes. Like, if you're in reverse, you know.
Yeah, so he's in the bar right now.
No, he's right here.
Okay.
He's this black guy right here.
Okay. So you were backing up and he was pulling in?
Well, no, I was about to back out and he pulled into the driveway. So there's like no damage or anything, I don't think. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was like this or if he was just trying to save life.
It probably just happened. I don't know. There wouldn't still be debris, but alright, so he was
I'm backing out. I don't know if he pulled in. But he tried to be like, oh, you're backing into me, and like, there was nobody there.
Are you the owner?
Oh, my boyfriend.
As one of the officers confronts Amanda, she immediately mentions that she was also a cop and claims that she was the one who was hit, hoping that the officer would pick her side. However, further investigation proved otherwise.
Okay, so she was backing up as you were still parking right here?
No, right.
Okay, right. So she was coming out of a spot too.
No, I think she wasn't up there because it was a red pickup truck up there. I think she was over here on the side because all this was full at the time. When she came out, well, I won't say that she was talking to some guy in his car. Then after she got out of the car, and then when she got out, she said, "Well, I'm not going to lie." So I was going to look, so she said, "I just give you $50." I'm like, "No." I said, "The light costs more than $50." And then from that, then she, started getting saying little things. I'm like, hold on. We ain't even about to go there.
Yeah.
I said, I tell you what, why don't we just exchange numbers? Then she was talking with the guy, she was talking to him, and I can't actually say what they were saying, but I can tell she had a couple of drinks because she was trying to get sassy. And she said, "You was coming in." I said, I was coming in. I said, "I'm going to come in. Don't try to switch this up like I was just coming in." Listen,
not only did Amanda lie about the whole situation, but she even tried to bribe Stanley, and when she became uncooperative, he decided it was a good idea to call the police. Amanda was then questioned about this new information, but it didn't seem like she was ready to cooperate with the officers.
He was saying he was backing out.
Well, that's what he says, and like, he was
Okay, if you just step back a little bit, please.
He pulls in, and I'm like, I was backing up. He's like, no, you hit my car. And I'm like, you pulled in while I'm backing up.
Okay, did you offer to give him money just to get him to be quiet about all this?
No.
Because that's what he's also claiming.
No.
It is evident that Amanda thought she could lie her way out of the situation. However, that was when the officers noticed Amanda's slurred speech and asked if she would perform field tests.
How much did you drink today?
Not a lot.
What's not a lot?
I'm gonna say like maybe 2 or 3 drinks. That was all before 4:30.
What though?
2 or 3 shots before 4:30. Vodka?
Okay.
That was all before 4:30, and it's 7 now.
Okay. Would you object to doing any standardized field sobriety tests?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
You know that'd be a refusal, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you know the penalties that go with that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So why would you want to refuse?
Because I'm an officer and I know how this works.
Okay. You do know the penalties that go with refusing, right?
Yes.
So if you do the tests, I could see if maybe that's not the case today.
Okay.
So that's also what I'm getting at. Okay?
Okay.
Would you want to take the test? All right, step up. Sure.
Amanda's decision not to take the test only made it clear that she was drunk, and this led to her getting arrested. But even after placing her into the cruiser, Amanda refused to cooperate with the officer and soon began to say things that would eventually get her into big trouble.
Okay, I'm going to explain something to you one last time, okay? You know it comes with a refusal, correct?
I'm a cop. Yes, I know. It's an automatic 1-year suspension, and that's fine.
Okay, so
I'm not at fault here.
okay.
And if I can make
I don't know about the accident, but you know, you did slur a little bit of your words.
That's fine.
You're telling me you drank. You're coming out of a bar, right?
Okay, that's fine.
So-
and I'm working a side job, and we can refute that in court. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, does it have to go that far?
Does it have to go that far? I'm a cop too. I know how this shit works.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
You're a cop
but
at Kelly's Island?
yes, and
Okay.
I still know how the process works.
Okay.
I was number 3 of Parma. I was almost in, so
Oh, okay.
you don't have to tell me. And the owner of this bar is Walter O'Malley. His brother's the prosecutor. He knows the mayor. We're all cool. It's fine.
Oh, sounds good if you put it that way. She's in custody. Okay, just so you do understand, so we're on the same page, you are getting arrested for an OVI refusal at this time, okay?
Okay.
For some reason, Amanda felt incredibly entitled that she thought she could get away with being drunk when her cop buddies got there. But that wasn't the end of it, as Amanda only made matters worse for herself on their way to the station.
You guys could literally be cool about this and let me. Dude, I hope karma fucking bites you in your ass. I hope. Are you new?
Nope. I'm a second-year veteran.
Alright, well. This is ridiculous. I can't even believe you do this to like another cop then. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I didn't even do anything. Oh, okay. Because if you were under arrest for an OVI, you'd totally submit to doing tests. Thank you for making my life more difficult.
You did it to yourself.
No, I didn't do it to myself.
I gave you a chance to do the test.
To do SFSTs?
Yes.
Because any fucking moron would do that? That's a fucking trap. Don't even tell me it's not. You're a cop and you know the fuck it is. We all know it is. That's more evidence that you're fucking drunk? Are you kidding me?
Okay, you say you'll have your day for it. That's what.
And I will. But to tow my car and to do this to me, like, you're an officer. Like, what the fuck?
So are you. And your health.
Yes.
Just like I am.
Little do you know, the owner of the bar, his brother's a fucking prosecutor, and he's like best friends with the mayor. Good job. Doesn't mean anything, but good job.
Finally, she was charged with operating a vehicle under the influence, refusal with a prior conviction, and reasonable control, which is similar to an OVI charge, and fired soon after. And if you thought Amanda was the only corrupt cop in this list, well, you're very wrong about that.
1009, 1010, 1008, 1009.
This is 26-year-old Pinellas Deputy Shelby Caniglio, who on May 17, 2022, was on her way home when she was pulled over for speeding by Officer Kristen Higgins in Pinellas, Florida. And as you will soon see, it doesn't take very long to see Shelby's true face once she's confronted.
Is your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance? I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay.
And my driver's license is...
Huh?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have your license registration? No? You don't? Do you have your ID on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deputy, but...
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you have any weapons on you? Or
I live right there.
Okay.
I would normally, but...
Do you have some kind of ID or anything on you?
My ID is not here, but I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have some kind of ID on you?
No. I was just driving that way. I dropped my friend off, and then I went this way because I live right there.
I get that, but I pulled you over because you were flying past everybody and you were cutting.
No, I was just driving.
Okay, when
the
I was
regular
pulling behind
way.
you, at this point you were going like 56 and a 40. You were flying.
No, I was not flying. I was just.
Do you have your
going...
registration with your name on it or anything?
Well, this car is not mine, so.
Okay.
During the stop, Officer Kristen noticed Shelby showing signs of impairment with an odor of alcohol on her breath, slurred speech, and bloodshot eyes, which of course led her to call for backup.
Hi. So sorry.
You're fine.
I put the wrong one.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
I have no idea. I'm trying to get home.
Oh, okay. Do you know why she pulled you over?
She said because I'm driving too fast.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a Pinellas County deputy, and I'm just trying to get to my house, which is right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been with us, though?
5 years.
Gotcha.
Is that a problem?
No, absolutely not.
Just trying to.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever she wants to do.
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing right now, but I'm just gonna stand by with you until she figures out what she wants to do.
You want me to get out?
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
I'm good?
Like, you don't have to step out right now.
Well, there's like 5 people now.
You said you were a deputy?
Yes.
Where at?
Pinellas County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, you're with that song, nice.
Yeah.
How long you been with that
5 years. I mean, I could get out, I could get in. I mean, you could come in.
No, you're good right now.
Listen, I'm
You're
just
good.
trying to. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, whatever it
You're
is.
good.
I live at that light right there.
Gotcha.
So if you want to hang out, if you don't want to hang out,
Where are you coming from?
not even long. You know Gandy Boulevard?
Mhm.
I picked up someone, brought them over to their house, and then I was going back to my house.
Gotcha.
Because I am just living my life.
It's insane to see a cop acting the way she does, thinking she can get away with crimes just because she's a cop. However, that was not going to be the case, as Officer Kristen soon asked her to perform a field sobriety test.
Alright, I want to give you every chance to say that you're fine. Okay. So can I check your eyes real quick?
This is what we're gonna do right now.
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
No.
And you pulled me over for going 10 miles over the speed limit.
You were going more than 10 over the speed limit. And
Really?
it's not just speed, it's also how you were driving.
No.
Look,
10 miles over the speed limit.
I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, unfortunately, we're past that point. You understand my position? All right. I want to give you every opportunity for you to show me that you're okay to drive. And I really hope that that's the results we get, okay? But at this point, I can't just look the other way.
What signs of impairment was I showing?
You've got bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slurred speech.
Nope. I want to know.
Okay.
Pulling over. What was the signs of impairment?
I'm not gonna.
Because I do not have bloodshot, watery eyes. Because I have contact lenses in my eyes.
Okay.
I have contact lenses.
I'm not trying to argue with you. Okay. I'm hoping that you can show me that you're okay to drive. Okay. But I have to go forward with this. I have to at least investigate.
No. I just want to know.
I explained to you. You smell very strongly of alcohol. Your movements have been very slow and fumbling. You have a very dazed facial expression. All these are signs of impairment. Okay? Again, if you're good to drive, perfect. But I have to investigate that.
No, you have to go over it again.
Okay.
I am showing what exactly?
You have bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slurred speech. You have a
But
strong
I'm wearing
odor.
contact lenses.
Okay. You have a strong odor of alcohol coming from your breath.
But I have.
Okay. All right. As I said, I'm just conducting an investigation at this point. I want to give you every opportunity. You're saying that you're fine. I want to give you every opportunity to show me that.
There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
Okay. Can I check your eyes real quick? Just make sure that you're okay.
You're gonna check it? No.
At first, Shelby refused to cooperate with the officer, but after several back and forths, she eventually agreed to do the test. What happens next is incredible.
If your shoes are bothering you, you can take them off.
That's too fast.
Gotta keep following with your eyes.
It's too far away.
Just follow it as far as you can go.
It's too far away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm small heel to toe steps. 1, 2, 3,
10, 4, 10, 6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1001, 1002.
Look down at your feet.
1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012.
Hands down on your sides.
1000. Huh?
Keep down your hands next to you.
Oh, now I forgot which
And now
one.
you may stop.
Oh.
That'll conclude our field sobriety.
As we all saw, Shelby performed terribly on her tests. And if this wasn't enough already, despite all the evidence that Shelby was drunk, she kept saying she wasn't, leading officers to finally do what they should have done in the beginning.
Here's the thing. We both know you've been drinking. Okay. By telling us complete lies, like, I know that you're not being honest. Okay? So, I know you had something. Do you remember where you had drinks? How much did you have? Okay, so why do you smell like alcohol?
I do not smell like alcohol. I smell like pigment.
That's not pigment. That's very strong alcohol. And I mean, you're a deputy, you know about HGN, okay? That's caused by alcohol. So, how much did you have to drink? Nothing. You don't want to be honest with me?
Shelby was subsequently put into the police cruiser and taken to jail, where she submitted to 2 breathalyzer tests that indicated she had a blood alcohol level of 2.06 and 2.19, nearly 3 times the legal limit of 0.08. She was later charged with 1 count of driving under the influence and fired after this incident happened. However, female cops thinking they can abuse their power and get away with it doesn't end here.
I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get the out of the way.
This is Federal Way police officer Brianna Strauss, who in July 2022 posted a clip of herself in uniform on TikTok, telling viewers what to do if they spot an officer following close behind. What you are about to see will leave you wondering how people like this get to work as police officers.
To everyone out there, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way.
Later, Brianna goes on to say she can drive at 90 miles an hour, but surprisingly, that's not all she has to say.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way.
When published, the video sparked outrage on social media, with some interpreting it as suggesting police are above the law, while others were worried about the idea that police could make up reasons to stop people.
If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
Following the video, the Federal Way Police Department launched an investigation and found that Brianna violated the police department's personal and social media protocols. She later received a 10-hour unpaid suspension for posting the video, which was equal to 1 shift. Since the charges weren't heavy, we can hope she learns from this and becomes a better example of a person. But that is not all there is to cops who felt entitled, as is the incredible case of Elena Chiachi.
Do you need 5 officers or you're a f***ing retard?
Well, I have a female
you heard
here.
What the f*** I said. I want a supervisor right now.
Okay, I am the supervisor.
On May 9th, 2021, Elena Chiachi was driving on Hamilton Road when she veered into a yard and crashed into an RV and a tree. Soon after, the Medina Township Police responded to a call about her suspicious behavior, and upon arrival, an officer questioned her about the incident.
I'm telling you, I was stuck and I was trying to go home. I was stuck in their yard. I got stuck in the grass and I couldn't get out.
Why?
I was stuck in the grass and I could not get out.
I understand that.
You're not understanding. I was stuck.
You're not understanding me. Why were you in their yard?
Why are you screaming at me?
Because you're not even understanding.
You're screaming at me. I was stuck and I could not get out.
Okay.
I was stuck in the grass
I'm going to ask you a question again. Why did you pull in their driveway?
I was stuck.
God, you went off the street and you just got stuck?
Listen, if you want to scream at me all you want, then go ahead and you want to do whatever you need to do. And
you want to go to jail?
For
DUI?
what?
DUI?
For what?
Let's go. Let's do some tests. Come on out here.
That's fine. For what? For what?
Here.
For what?
You have any problems with your eyes?
No, for what?
Suspicion of driving under the influence.
For what?
Because you drove through somebody's yard.
Because I was stuck. I just said I was stuck.
You can't even stand.
And I can't even
You can't even stand.
I was stuck.
You're repeating the same thing over and over.
And I am stuck. What do you want me to do?
During the encounter, Elena's choice of words proved without a doubt that she was highly intoxicated. This, of course, led the officer to decide to perform a sobriety test on her.
Come on over here. Come on over here. We're going to check your eyes. You want to perform these field sobriety tests?
Do what you need to do.
Do you want to perform these field?
Do what you need to do.
Do you want to perform these field sobriety tests? Come on over here and perform them.
Do what you need to do. I'm not moving, so go right ahead.
So you're refusing all tests?
I'm not refusing. Do what you need to do.
Well, I can't do them unless you cooperate.
Do what you need to do.
Come on over here then.
Do what you need to do.
Okay.
I'm not refusing.
You are refusing.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
you're actually what?
Do what you need to do.
You're actually refusing.
I'm not refusing. Do what you need to do.
Come on over here and...
I'm not moving from where I need to be. So if you need to do what you need to do, I'm right here. Do what you need to do.
Okay. So you're refusing all tests.
I'm not moving. Do what you need to do from where I'm at. That's fine. For what? What's your reason?
Driving under the influence.
Oh, really? So you wanted... Oh, okay.
You reek of alcohol.
Okay.
Do what I need to do.
What do you need to do? You really okay.
When the officer realized that Elena wasn't going to comply, he immediately put her in handcuffs. However, that was when Elena thought it was okay to be entitled.
Excuse me, what the is this? So you think that you could just manhandle me? That's fine. Because guess what? I have rights too, and I'm a police officer, so good luck with that.
You're a police officer?
Yep, good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't be the first time.
Good luck with that.
You have a weapon on you? Do you have a weapon on you?
Did you check me before you got in here?
Do you have a weapon on you?
Did
No,
you
I'm
check
calling
me?
for a female.
Did you check me before I got in here? Good luck with that.
15, 16, 15.
Oh, now you want to check me before
I'm
I
going to
got
have
in
a female
back to your
check
car?
you because that would be appropriate.
Good luck with that.
Are you threatening me?
Good luck with that.
Can you see if the post has a female? For a pat down.
Oh, one side on the back. You should have probably checked me before I got in the back of your car. Real smart.
Okay, where do you work?
Good job.
Where do you work?
Good job.
Where do you work?
None of your business.
Oh.
Leave me the fuck alone. Quit antagonizing me and shut the fucking door right now. You think it's cute that you're talking to me and looking at me like I'm a fucking faggot? Shut the fucking door right now. Shut the fucking door right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut it. Because when they come up to this fucking door and you're talking to me like I'm a faggot, we'll see who the fucking loser is. Shut the door right now. I don't feel comfortable talking to you.
15, 16, pity.
Good night. Shut the door. You're talking to me like I'm a faggot. You're talking
Can I get
to
the
me
next
like
available?
I'm a faggot.
31.
To think that a police officer will be guilty of a DUI is already disappointing, but acting entitled because she was a police officer is just stupid. Unfortunately, Elena remained persistently uncooperative and belligerent even after other officers arrived on the scene.
Do you need 5 officers or you're a fucking retard?
Well, I have a female
you
here.
What the I said. I want a supervisor right now.
Okay,
for
I am the
city.
supervisor.
Shut the up for the Cleveland. Get the. You heard
I am the
what I
supervisor.
said. For the Cleveland.
Okay, I am the
Yeah.
supervisor. I am
For
on
the
this
city
ship.
of Cleveland. Shut the
You
up.
supervisor for the
You
city of
want to sit
Cleveland.
there and laugh for what the I said over there? You thought it was a fucking
I don't know
joke?
what you're talking about. Get out.
You thought what the
Get out.
I said was a joke?
This officer's going to
Pull
pat you
me
down.
out then. Pull me out. Go on.
Okay,
pull
you
me
indicated
out.
to me that you might have a weapon on you because
Yeah.
you're a Cleveland
Oh,
police
I
officer.
said that. Go on,
You said
pull me out.
You said I should have patted you down.
Hey, go ahead.
Well, we're going to have you get out.
Hey, you got every fucking
We're going to
right.
ask you nicely.
Hey,
I'm going to step back and she
for
can
the
do it.
city of Cleveland,
Mhm.
for when I say I don't have a fucking weapon,
You want a supervisor?
go ahead.
You want a
baby boy.
supervisor from the city
It's
of Cleveland?
all right, go ahead.
You really want that?
I'm going to call one
I
right
don't
now.
give a I don't have a
15,
weapon.
16,
You want to
PD.
pull me out and fucking do whatever you got to do? Do what you got to do, baby boy. Because I got to fucking... Hey.
This female police officer
Do
would
it.
like me to
I don't
request
give
a supervisor
You
from
want
the
to
Cleveland
pull me
Police
out?
Department.
I don't give a... Why am I under arrest?
What precinct?
Why am I under arrest?
She's not the one that arrested you. It doesn't matter.
Why am I under arrest? You don't know, baby girl? Do you want me to tell you?
Driving under the influence.
Tell me.
For what?
What are
Baby
you gonna tell
girl,
me?
why am I under arrest?
Baby girl, what are you gonna tell me?
For what? Because you don't know. Because
Okay.
you're fucking, you're brand new? Why am I under arrest?
Come on, let's jump
I
out
need
of
to
this
tell
car.
you. Do it.
Go ahead, you tell me
Do
whatever
it.
you want to tell me.
You fucking do. Violate my fucking rights.
I'm not.
Do it. Why am I under arrest?
Let's get out of the
For
car.
what?
so we
Why?
can
I'm
move on.
asking you, female officer, why am I under arrest?
Female darling,
Well,
let's get
before
out of
you
the
put
car.
your fucking dirty lesbian hands on me, why am I under arrest?
Let's get out of the car now.
Why am I under arrest?
Get out of the car.
For?
Get out.
What?
And if you think this is as bad as it can get, you're in for another surprise, as Elena soon tried to lie her way out of the situation.
And I've been asking for it since fucking day one. One day, one of you guys did nothing but refuse me. You'll see when I get my supervisor, my lawyer. I want him now. I'm not asking again. I'm requesting it. Give me my supervisor now.
We attempted to call your supervisor
I
and they
want
didn't
him
answer.
now.
Okay, well, they didn't answer.
Now.
Can't do anything about it.
Give up. I want him now. I'm not asking, I'm requesting it. I want him now. I can't f***ing breathe. I've said that for the past 25, 45 f***ing minutes that I couldn't f***ing breathe back here, and you guys have done nothing.
Elena was eventually transported to the station, where she was charged with criminal damage, OVI, failure to control, and reckless operation. However, all these charges were dropped except for the OVI charge. Elena later pleaded no contest to drunken driving and was sentenced to 10 days in jail, 1 year on probation, and a 30-month driver's license suspension. She was also ordered to pay an $875 fine and $3,726 in restitution for the property damage she caused. But female officers getting owned for DUI doesn't end here. It gets even worse.
I haven't been drinking.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I would like to do a field sobriety. I smell alcohol. Okay, you're telling me one thing, but I'm smelling something else.
Okay, but I haven't been drinking. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, well.
This is Lourdes Hernandez, who on September 19th, 2020, was pulled over for speeding by Officer Gustavo Avina in Las Cruces, New Mexico. However, Hernandez unfortunately made a big mistake parking her car in the traffic lane and was soon confronted by Officer Gustavo.
How you doing?
Good. I have my duty gun in my glove box.
Your what?
In my glove box.
Okay. I'm also Avina State Police. Okay, I speed of 73. That's speeding 55 here.
Sorry.
Okay, and see your license and transfer registration.
Do you want me to get? I'm telling you, I have my.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my badge.
Duty for what? What do you do?
LTPD.
Okay. Okay, where are you coming from?
From El Paso.
El Paso.
Yes. With my boyfriend.
Were you going a little fast?
No, I was actually confused because I was like, I thought you were trying. I honestly thought you were running lights and sirens somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, let me keep going. Yeah. I'm on this lane, so my bad. Lourdes?
Lourdes, do me a favor. Go ahead and turn off your car next to your vehicle, please.
Exit my vehicle?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You pull over in the middle of the road, you know that, right? This is actually a lane.
I honestly, like, sir, didn't have any idea that you were pulling over. I was just.
I know, but you normally pull over like on the shoulder.
I never get pulled over. Like, I don't. I know.
How long have you been a police officer?
Like a year. I know I should know better. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like look where you're stopped.
I know. I'm so sorry. Like.
Okay, go ahead and exit the vehicle, please.
Okay.
During the encounter, Hernandez quickly identifies herself as a Las Cruces Police Department officer, hoping that Officer Gustavo would acknowledge it and let her be on her way. However, that would not be the case, as Officer Gustavo noticed that Hernandez was intoxicated and then told her to exit the vehicle.
All right, let me ask you a question, because you smell like alcohol. There's a note of alcohol coming from you. Okay, I can smell it. That's why I pull you out of the car.
Okay.
Okay. Even though you're chewing gum or whatever, there's alcohol. I can smell it. And your eyes are a little red too.
I'm tired. I'm just trying to go home.
I know. I understand. It's 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But odor of alcohol and then blood shot watery eyes. Those two kind of. I'm wondering. So, have you been drinking? Yes or no?
No.
No? I would like to do a field sobriety test on you.
I haven't been drinking.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I would like to do a field sobriety. I smell alcohol. Okay, you're telling me one thing, but I'm smelling something else.
Okay, but I haven't been drinking. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, well, okay, I don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
I'm sorry, I haven't.
But if that's your statement, that's fine. Like I said, I smell alcohol. You have bloodshot watery eyes. Okay, and just from my previous experience and now this year working, I had a lot of people smelling or with the odor of alcohol and chewing gum. I don't know why. Maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know, but it happens a lot. It's pretty often. It happens pretty often too. And they all say I haven't been drinking. That's another thing. Or I haven't had anything. So, I mean, you've been doing this for a year, but I've been doing this for about 13, 14 years. Okay, so can I do field sobriety, yes or no?
No, I haven't been drinking.
Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest. Put your hands right there. Okay, because you know the field sobriety are optional. Okay, I can't force you.
Supervisor, please.
Hernandez knew the kind of trouble she was in and, as such, refused to perform any test. leaving the officer no choice but to place her under arrest. However, it didn't seem like Hernandez would go down without a fight.
I can't force it.
Supervisor, please.
I will call my supervisor, but put your hands behind your back. Who are you gonna call?
My boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Well, you're gonna make phone calls later, but not right now. Why do you want me to call a supervisor or my supervisor? Because you haven't been drinking? So what is my supervisor gonna do? I can still smell the alcohol right here. So what is my supervisor gonna do? Tell me, and I'll call him. Because he's asleep right now, but why do you want me to call him? What can he do for you?
Can you please call your supervisor?
What can he do for you?
Can you please call your supervisor? That's all I'm asking, sir.
Anything in your pocket that will hurt me or poke me?
No, sir.
Okay, come over here.
Thank you.
So he's gonna call me here in a minute. And where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend?
He should be home.
Here in Las Cruces?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is he a police officer too? Is he a police officer?
I just prefer not to answer that. I know you're recording.
Yeah, everything's recorded.
I know.
Everything's recorded.
I don't want to put his business out there. I appreciate that.
Okay.
If you don't mind. I know you're doing your business.
Well, I mean, the phone calls that you're gonna make, they're gonna be at the office, not right here.
Okay, there's no way I could call him.
Not right now. No. No.
After putting Hernandez in the police cruiser, Officer Gustavo found a badge and a gun inside her vehicle and was later joined by his supervisor, who then explained to Hernandez what would happen next.
I'm Sergeant Reyes with the State Police. How can I help you?
I was just asking her if there was any way that my car could not get towed.
Okay. Why? Why would you not want your car to be towed?
I guess just not going through the process of having to pick it up, honestly, just as a...
I gotcha. Here's the thing, when a car, for our policy, when we come in contact with a car and the driver's jailed for any particular reason, the registered owner's not available, it has to be towed, because we are now responsible for that car.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and you're kind of still on the highway here, so, yeah. Is there anything else that...
No, I was just asking him if I could leave my Apple Watch in the car.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We'll put it on the inventory, so it's on there, but...
And if I could take my phone because it's in the car.
Sure, yeah, we'll get all your stuff. Anything you want to leave in the car or anything you want to leave out of the car, we'll definitely help you out on that. Okay?
Is there any way that I could call my boyfriend right now? Just to let him know to go get me?
Yeah, for sure. So what's going to end up happening is when this officer's done here, we're obviously going to go back to the station. He's going to have to do his paperwork, and you'll have plenty of opportunity to use a call, decide what you need to do. Okay? Where's your firearm?
It was in my glove box. It should be on the floor.
Okay, are your credentials in there as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who's your sergeant?
Garcia. I'm on graveyard. It's just I was explaining to him. I'm on light duty right now.
Sure.
Because I tore my meniscus.
Oh, okay.
In a fight, so.
Okay. Sergeant Garcia, I'm sorry, I don't know LCPD too well. Garcia.
Number 737.
What's his first name?
Feliciano Garcia.
Feliciano.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, cool. If you need anything else, I'll be right here. Let me, we have to secure your department stuff. Okay.
While on the call, the sergeant encountered a man who came out of nowhere claiming to know Hernandez.
Pretty good.
It's just my camera. Or not my camera, sorry, my flashlight.
Okay.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on, dude.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
That's all right, man.
Yeah.
So I'm the sergeant with State Police. One of my officers, I guess, pulled her over, and she's a little bit intoxicated.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you with LCPD?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I just got here, so I'm trying to figure out the whole situation.
So she's like, she was my designated driver over here, so like I can vouch like she literally had nothing to drink.
Okay. I don't make that you know how it works. I don't make that determination. It's up to the officer. He's made his determination. So right now, what we're trying to do is, do you have a ride home? Are you good to like be out and walk?
No,
okay.
That's why, like, I literally I got dropped off over there, and that's why I walked over here.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're trying to get a hold of her sergeant, which is Feliciano Garcia. So the on-call sergeant, I guess he's not out right now. He's gonna give me a call because she's got her duty weapon and all that other stuff in the car, man. Yeah.
Is it? Like, is there any way I can just like talk to her over there? Like, are you good with that? Like, I swear, like
Well, let me ask the officer, because again, you know,
like I said.
But I don't have a problem if you're her boyfriend and figure you guys need to start figuring stuff out. But just give me a second, okay? Okay. The traffic stop and what's going on right now, he'd prefer that you stay over here.
No, that's fine. Like, I just wanted like.
Yeah, she's okay. I talked to her because she wanted to talk to a supervisor, so I talked with her.
I just like I get it. I just wanted to like let her know that I'm here. I'm gonna go bail her out, like whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. Like.
All we're waiting for is actually this might be him here. This might be him. Yeah, it's probably him. We're waiting for the 46, and then I'm just because we can't let the weapon go with them, so I'm just waiting for an LCPD sergeant to show up.
I get it. Yeah. And I literally just want to like let her know like, hey, I'm gonna go like.
Yeah.
The male subject identified himself as a Las Cruces police officer and Hernandez's boyfriend, but was denied the opportunity to speak to Hernandez and was soon sent on his way. Later on, a Las Cruces police supervisor arrived on the scene and retrieved Hernandez's police-issued firearm and property before she was taken to jail to be booked. Hernandez was later charged with driving while intoxicated, speeding, and negligent use of a firearm, and was subsequently suspended without pay from her job as a police officer for 2 months. And if you think female cops getting arrested for DUI ends here, you are wrong.
You can follow us home if you want. I mean.
On February 9th, 2020, Cincinnati Police Captain Amanda Caden was pulled over after a Loveland police officer observed her vehicle drifting over the yellow center line.
Turn this on real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, the reason I'm stopping initially why I stopped was you made the turn at the 5-way. There's a dotted yellow line there, and you totally like.
Oh, okay.
It was in the middle of your car.
I am a Cincinnati police officer too, if that makes a difference.
I don't know. Where are you coming from?
We were downtown, Loveland.
Okay. Do you have your gun on you?
I do.
Where's that at?
In my purse.
All right. Let me do this. Let me put your gun in the car, in the trunk. Is that okay?
As soon as confronted, without hesitating, Amanda quickly revealed herself as a police officer, hoping to escape the traffic violation she had just committed. However, the officer detected a strong odor of alcohol and noticed that their speech was slurred, leading him to confront her about it. And here we see how entitled police officers can get.
Okay, here's the problem. I smell alcohol on you, okay? And your speech is slurred. And you had your gun on you. I'm putting that in the trunk, but your speech is slurred and everything. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't just... I see your badge, but I'm telling you, your speech is slurred. You reek of alcohol. You put me in a bad spot.
You want me to drive home, officer?
No, that's not how it's going to work. You got your gun on you too?
I do. Turn on the radio.
All right.
We're about 4 blocks from our house.
Yeah, we should look.
You don't understand the circumstances right now, okay?
I don't.
You don't. I mean, everything's recorded. I can't just do nothing now.
Okay.
You guys both reek of alcohol. You were passed out sleeping when I pulled you over.
I was not.
Okay. That's fine.
Wide awake.
Okay. That's fine, but she's slurred and everything. I can't just...
No, she's not. You do, officer,
that's
you do
why,
what you gotta do.
That's why I drove, because I was fine.
Okay.
Well, let's do this.
Right.
Step on out with me and talk to me.
We crossed a yellow line while we were driving. You do what you gotta do.
I have to. You understand that? I have to. It's not that I want to.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Hold on to your ID.
How long have you been a cop?
Pat, stop it. Stop.
Sir, you've got your gun on you and you're intoxicated too.
I am not.
Don't.
I am not.
She just said you were. That's why she drove home.
She didn't.
She said that's why she drove home.
I said, no, she drove home because she's not intoxicated. You do what you got to do.
Well, here's the problem. Two is that you've got your gun on you. Where's that at?
It's on my hip.
It's on your hip? Okay. All right. Miss Amanda, step out with me real quick. Okay? Just talk to me real quick and we'll go from there.
Somehow, the couple tried to talk their way out of the situation, even though they knew they were wrong. The officer then asked Amanda out of the vehicle and later suggested she do an eye test.
Just transfer to inspections.
What's that?
Inspections.
Okay.
We live just down the street.
I understand that. My hands are tied. Okay, everything's recorded and that's, you know the circumstances,
right.
Okay? I've got another officer coming to back me up because you both are armed and all that stuff, and he's agitated. I'm just going to check your eyes and make sure you're okay, and we'll go from there, okay? Now, do you have any head injuries or anything?
No.
Are you epileptic or diabetic at all?
Mm-mm.
You wearing contacts for color or anything?
No, but I'm not going to take any kind of...
You're not even going to let me do HGN on
right.
you? Well, and why is that?
Well, I mean, you can do the H whatever, but I'm not... I've got high heels on. I'm not going to do any...
Okay. All right. And that's fine. I'm going to wait till my buddy gets here, and then we'll talk about it. Regardless, I'm not charging you for the gun.
What?
Regardless, I'm not going to charge you for the gun. Okay. All right. You see my pen? I just need you to follow the tip of this pen with just your eyes. That means keep your head still, okay? Hopefully this will all be taken care of here, okay? All right. All right, this time, now I'm going to start the test. I just made sure your eyes were tracking equally. All right. You understand that? It's nothing personal.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to have to do what I have to do, okay? I'm going to have to arrest you for drinking and driving tonight. We'll do the paperwork. I'm not going to charge you for the gun. I'm not going to do that to you. I have too much respect for you. But I have to, I can't not, you know what I mean? Not for this, it's, you understand, right? You understand the position we put each other in. You by drinking at Cindy's and driving, and me by being the one to stop you. Okay, this is my worst nightmare. I hate doing this.
Surprisingly, the police officer who had stopped them encouraged their behavior by being extremely lenient and making it clear that if not for the camera, he would have let them off the hook. He even decided to forget the more serious offense of possessing a weapon while intoxicated.
Okay. What district are you with again? You're in?
I'm just moved to inspections.
Okay, well, hopefully we can get through this just easily. It's county, and we'll do our best, okay?
You are county or Loveland?
No, I'm Loveland, but I'm saying it's going to county court, Claremont County Court. So, now, do you say you have no weapons on you or anything else like that? Okay, I'm going to advise you of your rights, just as I would anybody else, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You understand that? Anything you say will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to an attorney and to have one present with you during any questioning. If you're unable to pay a lawyer, one will be appointed for you prior to any question if you so desire, okay? Let's have a seat in the back of my car and I'll talk to your husband. We'll park the car. We don't have to tow it. I don't want you to fall down. It's slippery. Stop right here for me. I gotta unlock it. No, if you haven't had too much, you know how it goes, okay?
Amanda Caton was eventually arrested and put into the police cruiser, but when her husband was notified about the situation, he didn't take it lightly.
A breathalyzer test.
Are you kidding me?
No, don't. Keep your hands where I can see them for you. Because you said you have your gun on you. Hey.
Knock it off.
I'm doing the best under the circumstances, okay?
You're starting this whole traffic stop because we crossed a double yellow line while making a left-hand turn?
Well, a couple times, but that's the one that drew my attention to her, and that's what I was telling her, okay? We can argue about this. That's what court's for, if it goes that far.
Are you really
If she tests under, I'll just bring her home.
No, she's not going to do a test.
Okay, well, that's up to her.
She's not going to do a test.
Okay, well, I'm not charging her for the gun. I'm not doing anything that.
What the hell? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? No, I said I'm not going to.
What? Why would you?
Because she's intoxicated carrying a firearm.
No, she's not.
Okay, well then she can do the test and prove that.
No, she shouldn't.
Okay, well then she...
Why are you pushing this issue?
Because I have to. I'm not losing my job because I'm letting someone go away.
Job.
You don't know how this works here. Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah, I do know.
If I were to let her go, and why didn't you arrest someone that you thought was
four blocks from our house?
I've arrested people in their garages before. It's not the point.
All right.
So, what's your plan?
What do you mean, what is my plan?
Well, I can park the car here and we can give you a ride home and then we'll drive her home when we're done.
I don't want to ride from you guys. You do what you got.
Amanda Caton was taken back to department headquarters and refused a blood alcohol content test. She was later charged with OVI refusal and centerline violation, while her husband was allowed to leave without any charges. While a lot of these cops commit misdemeanors while intoxicated, a lot of them also act unacceptably, even when they are stone cold sober.
I'm at Meridian and Jackson. What are you doing? Whoa, whoa.
She's pulling the knife out of your pocket.
On August 1st, 2021, a Florida man called the police for help one evening after he missed his turn and couldn't recognize his location. He was later approached by two female cops who, instead of helping him, did something totally different.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, so I'm trying to see where my girlfriend. I need my girlfriend to know where I'm at. I'm sure.
We're asking you what happened.
Can you get off the phone, please? We're trying to figure out what happened here.
Well, I tried to make this turn, and I thought it was this turn. It was dark, and I made this turn instead. Long story short, is I ended up off the tracks, and that's where I'm at now. So that's why I'm stuck now, and I can't move back or forward at all. I was asking them down in the police cruiser. I wanted them to send me a tow truck to be able to pull me out, but I've tripled it myself.
But it doesn't work that way.
I'm sorry?
Because you're drunk, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
I'm sorry? Alright. I'm on Meridian. I'm on Meridian, and this is not a traffic stop. I called you out here. You know, it's for Amendment rights.
It's a crash.
It's not a crash at all.
Not only did the officers try to interrogate him, but it is quite surprising how these two officers concluded that he was drunk even without conducting any field sobriety tests to prove it. As these cops continued interacting with the man, one of them did the most insane thing you could think of.
Who's the victim?
License,
CSX.
registration, insurance.
I'm sorry?
CSX.
CSX is the victim?
You don't see what happened?
They are the victim right now? Are they the victim
They're
right
having
now?
to stop their trains because
No, I know black and white how it goes. Lord, I know exactly how it goes.
License, registration,
Hey, let me just you lounge. It's all right in there, but I'm not going to give it to you until I need to.
Right now you need to.
I'm at Meridian and Jackson. What are you doing? Whoa.
She's pulling the knife out of your pocket.
Why did you this? Why did you? No.
Stop resisting.
What are you talking about, bro?
So you just pushed her.
No, I didn't.
Victor. Are you kidding me?
No, I didn't. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I called you guys. And I get arrested for calling you? Yes, I did.
Somebody else called.
I know the two boys that called you before school, and then I called you afterwards. So I call you for help, and I get arrested. That is crazy. Who's the aggressive one?
You just pushed my part.
You
can say whatever you want.
That's fine. You're the aggressor. You.
As the person who did not want to provide his information when we got here.
It's all right there.
I'm not your bitch. I don't go to your car and grab your shit.
I called you for help. I didn't call you to be arrested. I called you for help.
Well, here we
For those who don't know, touching or hitting someone against their will is equivalent to battery, and these officers infringed on this man's rights by claiming to search him without any prior warnings. Then, After the officers arrested him, his girlfriend arrived and was briefed about the situation.
He hit something that made him end up like that, right? So we asked for his driver's license, his registration, insurance, and he said no. He has a knife right here, and he keeps putting his hands where you are, so I went to take the knife, and he pushed her. Now you need to.
I'm at Meridian and Jackson. What are you doing? Whoa.
So that is why he's arrested. He's obviously drunk. We can't do anything about the DUI. But like we said, this is a crash, and he pushed her.
It is not surprising that this cop, in a bid to exonerate both herself and her colleague, gave a completely different account of what happened and exaggerated the man's actions. They then concluded, without any sufficient evidence, that he was drunk and had crashed his car.
Me using my discretion and being courteous, which I don't have to do. Exactly, because I don't need to. You've given me no reason to go out of my way to do anything for you. I don't care. I'm a citizen too.
Yeah, but you are a citizen. You are the people. You don't care if you're courteous to people?
I don't have to be courteous to someone who pushed me.
I didn't push you. Stop it.
It's on video, so whatever. Take it to court.
Stop it.
You also wouldn't give us the information we asked for, so.
The information is all you all have it right now, already. So now what is the issue? Your pride, that's it? You work for the people, you get pride.
I work for the city, I don't work for the people.
You work for the people. You work for the people. You pay your taxes, you pay your taxes.
I pay my taxes too.
Unfortunately, I don't have further information about this man, but subscribe, and I'll let you know once I do. However, female cops thinking they can arrest just about anybody doesn't end there.
Am I being detained?
Put that down.
Ma'am?
You can't have anything in your hands right now. Put that down. I'm ordering you to put that out of your hand.
I do not consent to any seizures or searches.
Drop that out of your hand now.
I do not consent to any seizures or searches.
That's fine.
This is 32-year-old Anselmo Morales Torres, who on September 2nd, 2018, was confronted by Cranston officer Andrea Camella in Rhode Island after being reported for suspicious activities while filming a public building. When Officer Andrea arrived on the scene, she repeatedly demanded for an identification, but when Torres refused, the situation soon escalated quickly.
Videotaping?
What are you videotaping?
Facility?
Why are you videotaping the facility? Okay.
It's my own purposes.
So, what's going on?
I don't answer questions.
Do you have any ID on your butt?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. We got a call for a suspicious person, okay? This is kind of suspicious behavior.
Okay, what crime do you suspect me of committing?
So, alright, before we act stupid, let's just talk about when you're standing in front of a facility that's a government building. You're filming it like that. You want the attention of the security guards, right? There might be some cause for concern for who you are and if you intend to do anybody any harm over here.
Well, I have no ill will.
Alright, well I can't take your word for it, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to identify yourself.
Well, do you know that we're standing in a public property?
That's fantastic.
And
I'm
unless
the
you're...
police, okay?
I understand.
I'm investigating something right now.
Okay,
I'm
so am I.
service, okay?
So am I.
What are you investigating?
I'm a private investigative journalist gathering content for a story. And you should know that unless I'm being suspected of a crime, I don't have to provide ID.
For those who don't know, a person who has not been suspected of any particular crime is free to decide whether or not to reveal his identity when approached by authorities. Because this was the case with Torres, he was within his rights to refuse to give out his information. Soon after, Officer Andrea was joined by other police officers. However, that was when the situation only got worse.
Well, you haven't identified yourself to me either. So
I don't have to, ma'am. You're a government official. You're entitled to identify yourself.
Fantastic.
What's your name and badge number?
If you do not identify yourself to me,
Yes.
we continue to do this.
Yes.
You tie me up.
Yes.
Okay. Let's not make a bigger thing than we have to.
It's not. I'm just doing a lawfully protected.
Can you identify yourself as a journalist then?
I don't have to, ma'am. This is the United States of America. No, I don't,
I think
ma'am.
you need to review the laws.
Maybe you need to review the laws.
No.
Maybe you need to review the laws, ma'am.
Okay. What's gonna happen?
Do you have a
is-
supervisor?
What's gonna happen is.
What's gonna happen?
Then this is gonna rise to the level of obstruction of justice because I have to figure out
What crime? What crime do you
You
suspect
won't tell
me?
me what you're doing here.
I already
Your
told you,
behavior
ma'am.
is highly suspicious.
I already told you,
There's
ma'am.
No, you're not
Can I speak to your supervisor?
If you simply identify yourself,
well, ma'am,
and explain what's going on here, then we don't have an issue.
I already
but I'm
told
gonna
you.
start to get aggravated
Well,
if you take up more of my time today. Do you understand?
Well, ma'am.
Okay.
You're taking time for yourself. I'm a public citizen. I'm on a public sidewalk, recording a public building. Unless you're suspecting me of committing any crimes, then I suggest for you to treat me. Ma'am, don't put your hands on me. Ma'am, don't put your hands on me. Why are you, ma'am? Why are you? Am I being detained?
Put that down. You
ma'am.
can't have anything in your hands right now. Put that down. I'm ordering you to
I
put
do
that
not
out
consent
of
to
your
any
hand.
seizures or searches.
Drop that out of your hand now.
I do not consent to any seizures or searches.
That's fine. You don't have to.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
It is a common characteristic of power-drunk cops always wanting to have their way, which is exactly the case with this female cop who went as far as threatening him just to get his identity. The moment her supervisor arrived, she decided to detain Torres.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. You failed to identify yourself. As a government official, I demand for you to contact your supervisor right away. You're her supervisor, sir. What's your name and badge number, sir?
That's 422. You can read it yourself.
Okay, and what's your last name, sir?
Listen to me. What are you doing here today?
Sir, well, right now what we're doing is wasting our taxpayers' money and harassing good citizen that's only gathering some content for a story. There's no reason for you guys to put your hands on me and search me and do what you do, because this is not Nazi Germany. This is the United States of America. And I will be filing a formal complaint on you, and you will be hearing from me. I promise.
What's your name?
I'm not answering questions.
Okay, we can do this very simply. We just want to make sure, verify who you are, okay? What you're doing is engaging in suspicious activity. We got called here.
So I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Yes.
Under suspicion of what crime?
We're investigating that right now.
Then you have no authority of detaining me. This should be a consensual. This should be a consensual conversation. No, what's your name and badge number, sir?
Here's the thing.
Listen, you don't speak for him. What's your name and badge number? I appreciate that, sir.
Okay. So listen, I'm asking what your name is. Okay?
Not gonna happen. So you guys go ahead and do whatever you need to do. I'm not gonna answer any more questions. I will be contacting my lawyers for what you guys just did to me. This is invasion of my privacy. This is invasion of my rights. You guys are putting your hands in my pocket. I did not consent to any seizures or searches, and you guys will be hearing from me, I promise you.
Contrary to what one would expect, her supervisor made no move to investigate the situation, and for some reason also refused to give out his name. Not only was Torres illegally detained, but he was also charged to court with obstruction of justice. But cops misbehaving doesn't end here. On June 2nd, 2009, Janice England, a part-time probationary police officer, and the then chief of police in Ohio, Timothy Escola, were caught kissing in a police cruiser while transporting a burglary suspect who was asleep on the back seat.
Cam video that reveals more than a simple arrest. A 30-year-old female police officer and the much older chief of police caught cozying up in their cop car while on duty. Former Ohio police officer Janine England and her then married boss, Chief Timothy Escola, are seen kissing, snuggling, and caressing each other on an extended trip to pick up a burglary suspect.
The dash cam shows Janice kissing, snuggling, and caressing her boss, who, although should have known better, accepted the gestures with no complaint. Janice must have realized then that their actions were inappropriate because she kept checking the back seat to see if the suspect was still asleep, but this did not stop her from committing this illegal act. However, what they had both forgotten was the dash cam in the cruiser. Following their actions, Janice was fired while the chief of police was allowed to resign. If you enjoyed this video, check out this next one and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.